Welcome back.
Well, you can't help but notice the highest style of the Grizzlies is they he is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Smart. Grant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Paul George, and it's Walker in at the point. And for the Grizzlies, Steven Adams is out there with Anthony. And there's Seth Curry. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. Looking at Memphis, they took the win in their last game against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena.
They had some turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. Player confrontations in the locker room, confusion over which Brooks they were including in a trade, Marshawn or Dillon. I think they're happy to turn the page.
Now here's Thompson, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Anthony kicks to Thompson. Adams outside. Curry on the wing. 5 to shoot. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. But you talk about the turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. The trade talk surrounding Gasol and Mike Conley had to be a distraction.
And come to find out, even the front office and the coaching staff were on the hot seat. They held exit interviews and addressed the media. A few hours later, they were let go. Some awkward moments for sure.
Walker with it, now guarded by Ball. Walker the pass to Smart. George with the ball. Not going to go that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Poked away. Here's Curry. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
You know, I have to say, that's about as smooth as you can do it. Fantastic turnaround.
For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jordan finds Walker. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Thompson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
Jazz have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And you look at the development of how Clay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
And here is Ball. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Walker against Ball. Thompson from long range. A rebound by the Jazz.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
You know what, Greg? You're right thinking back to Thompson. He had his early struggles at the rim.
And that's a distant memory for Clay now. I mean, he's dunking more often and with more force when he goes at the rim. It has made him an even more complete shooting guard.
Now here's Curry. Following the miss by Kemba Walker. Ball dishes to Thompson. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And George kicks to Smart. Jordan high post. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Much like Marc Gasol, DeAndre was drafted as an unpolished second-round pick. Now one of the more impactful centers around.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Anthony. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. Walker against Ball. Walker taking his time here. Here's Smart. Wide open shot is on the money.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And so it's Utah in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the... George had that nasty broken leg back in 2004.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and has not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So on the floor for Utah, Smart is out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's Paul George. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Grant in at the 4 slot. Another block. Smart up top, guarded by Curry. And slam dunk by Smart.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim. Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
Look at Curry. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
And you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
You know, Greg, defense forgiven for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
The Jazz shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Ball, the pass to Anthony. Shoots over Grant. Offensive rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, we don't think of point guards as rebounders necessarily, but here are the ones that have corralled the most in the last month of the NBA. Lonzo Ball third.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
And this is what makes this group so special. They are complete players, and rebounding is a part of it.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Thompson for the triple. Rebound, Utah. Jordan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. Their run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
1:04 left to play here in the half. High arcing shot, and Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Ball finds Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Pass to Grant. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's George, and Utah again with the bucket.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
And so a pretty lot. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. From the get-go, it was Utah that came out strong. An exceptional game. And that...
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
They've got Klay Thompson. Seth Curry is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Anthony. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. And has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Pass to Smart. Walker against Ball. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The pass to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Utah. Walker's shot is off.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Anthony, the pass to Ball. Anthony down low, working on Walker. Here's Adams, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
Here's Smart, and slam dunk by Smart.
Lighter off the floor now. Smart got into better nutrition, got into better shape, and it's paying dividends.
Thompson outside. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Smart deciding where to go with it. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. George finds Walker. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. It's a 13-point game. Curry against Smart. Curry dishes to Adams. Pass to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot for the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Walker in the post. He's covered by Ball. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime, he's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
Here's Smart. Jordan's shot is off.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
And Thompson kicks to Anthony. Smart against Curry. Passes it to Adams. Thompson inside the line. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Nobody near George. Great positioning on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 13.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset, trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no...
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Paul George is out there with Grant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Smart, and it's Walker in at the point. Curry passes to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got it back down to within single digits for the Grizzlies. Utah has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Jordan. Walker dishes to Smart. And he overshot that one, missing. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for Klay Thompson.
Then this kind of night for Klay Thompson, a deadly streak shooter. He's really feeling it.
Smart passes to George. Stolen by Thompson. The pass to Carmelo. Over Jordan. Up again. And Adams with the slam.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
The feed now to Smart. Over Curry. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Walker. 10 points for Marcus Smart.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Anthony. And Grant sends it back. George against Thompson. They get it again. Good D by Thompson.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Smart on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Smart passes to George. And Adams sends it back. And he recovers it. Anthony up on top. Defended by George.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Walker. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And that is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Here's Adams. Nice work on the board. Paying off at the basket. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
And the Jazz call time here. They're leading by 6. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kemba Walker.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging
performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 8. 51 seconds left in the fourth. Thompson finds Adams. Back to Thompson. Anthony with it. Pass to Thompson. The high post shot. Adams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds. And so they foul intentionally. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career. Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Here's Ball. Memphis the rebound. From deep three-point range, Thompson misses. Outside, Walker. So we see the Jazz get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our